There's a traitor inside you, and the scariest part? It wears your face.
David was a young Christian man who genuinely loved the Lord, but he was silently battling pornography. He had tried everything to break free from this habit, but no matter how hard he fought, he kept returning to it. His prayer life dwindled. He couldn't even study the word properly. Fighting with guilt was a constant battle. Finally, having had enough, weary and broken, he went before God in prayer and fasting.
Lord, I can't go on like this. Please deliver me.
He didn't understand why a born-again believer who genuinely loved the Lord and desired to live for Him was still struggling with such sin. He remembered a sermon he had heard that said, "A born-again believer has been delivered from the power of sin." But if that was true, why did sin still seem so powerful? Why couldn't he break free? In the silence that followed his cries, his spirit pressed for answers, probing and questioning. Then he heard it. Soft, clear, yet piercing.
Kill the traitor within.
Confused, he looked around his apartment.
Lord,
He whispered.
I live alone. There's no one else here. What traitor?
And then God answered,
I'm not talking about someone else. I'm talking about you. There's a traitor within you.
Sensing his confusion, the Lord revealed,
Your flesh. Your flesh is the traitor within.
But what does my flesh have to do with this?
He asked, still not understanding. Then the Lord spoke, with both clarity and weight.
Your flesh is where your sin nature dwells. A broken part of you passed down since the fall. When the first man disobeyed in the garden, sin entered humanity, like a spiritual mutation passed down through the human race. Since then, every heart has carried that trait, a nature that resists me, rebels, and hungers for its own way. It's the part of you that still craves what I've called you to leave behind. It chooses I will over my will, deception over truth, and pleasure over purpose. It whispers lies that sound like your own thoughts, convincing you to delay, to doubt, to disobey. It resists prayer, avoids my word, and flirts with compromise. And the most dangerous part? This enemy doesn't attack from the outside. It wears your face, echoes your thoughts, hides in the shadows of your heart, infiltrates your desires. And even though it lives within, it is not for you. It is a traitor, seeking to drag you to hell. Yet it won't even go with you. Yes, I have made your spirit alive in me, but your sin nature still fights to stay alive.
David sat in stunned silence as truth washed over him like a flood.
So this traitor wants to take me to hell but won't even go with me?
Righteous anger rose in him.
Lord, what can I do? How do I kill this traitor? How do I win this battle against pornography, against addictions, against lust, against sin? How do I win this war of consecration?
The Lord replied,
There is only one way. You don't win this battle by clashing swords. On the contrary, you win this battle by falling on your sword.
David's heart skipped. That phrase, he'd heard it before. Suddenly, a scripture came to mind. 1 Samuel 31:5, when King Saul, surrounded by enemies, fell on his sword rather than be captured.
Lord, are you telling me to kill myself?
David asked. A gentle chuckle broke through the silence.
No, my son.
The Lord said.
What then does it mean to fall on my sword?
He inquired. In the silence that followed, the Lord explained what it meant to fall on your sword. A truth so piercing it deserves a moment of its own. Link in the description below. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next video.